Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look in the Soulforge and tell you what I think is worth crafting in there this week, what's worth crafting and what you should possibly avoid. Also be taking a look at this Taurus Guardian, this weekly event glory troop, and see if I think it's any good or not. Anyway, how many bugs do you need to rent out an apartment? You need 10 ants. 10 ants. 10 ants. 10 ants. Do you see? Hilarious, isn't it? No. Anyway, let's take a look at this Taurus Guardian. Right. Gains magic +1 attack, life and armor. And if there are 13 or more red gems, create 9 skulls. Traits are gain 1 attack when an enemy casts a spell, become enraged when an enemy dies, and reduce damage from skulls by 25%. So you can have this guy up top. He's going to have some reduced damage from those skulls, which he's going to create, as well as gain life and armor as he creates those skulls. So if they miss, it may not be the be all and end all, but obviously there's a good chance they're going to connect, and if they do, he's gained a load of attack. So potentially very good, this guy. I'm looking forward to having a look at this later. This is going to be a good one, I think. I'm going to give this a very good 8 out of 10. May even be worth more. This has got great potential, this one, I think. Right, anyway, Taurus Guardian, always get these to mythic level if you absolutely can. Totally worth it. It's going to affect your power levels on your kingdoms in the long run, so we'll grab a bunch of them, chuck them in the bag. Thank you very much. Also like to grab the resources, the spoils of war. You can grab 10 of these a week as well. Always worth doing. Just more stuff if you've got excess glory. Now onto the Soulforge itself. Right, let's start with the weapons. Start from the top and work our way down. All the ones that are here all the time, like Eye of Zathanos, Shattered Blade, Broken Guard, etc., are in my Soulforge Extra video, which I'll put in the link below. Right, first up we have, Rage Reaver. Really, really nice weapon this. Very, very good indeed. Pretty much essential. Deals magic-based splash damage to an enemy, creates 4 red gems boosted by Tauros allies. Basically, you put this in the team with another 3 times ferocity, and you have a loopy team which creates 4 matches all over the place and makes your ferocities go wildly out of control on the damage. Really, really cool. So pick up a Rage Reaver, absolutely superb weapon. Primal Axe deals magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by Wild Plains allies. Then creates a mix of 6 green and red gems for each Wild Plains ally. Uses brown and yellow, creates green and red, so make sure that your other troops use green and red preferably if you can to make the most out of that lovely mana generation. Doomed Maul does magic based heavy splash damage to an enemy, +4 per tempering level boost, stuns all red enemies, cleanses all red allies, explodes 4 gems, and if the enemy has a doom, explodes 3 more. So very situational. You have to have a lot going on in everything in the right places to make the most out of this, but can be decent when it's in the right team against the right team. But like I say, there is a lot going on with that to make sure you get the most out of it. Staff of the Wild, remove all brown gems with no effect, they're just taken away. Deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by the gems removed. And if the enemy is from Wild Plains, or if the battle is in Wild Plains, deal double damage. Horn Cleaver. Magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by Tauros allies, similar to the other one. Then create a mix of 6 green and brown gems for each Tauros ally. Uses red and blue, creates green and brown. So likewise with the other one, make sure you have at least a couple of other troops in your team that use green and brown to benefit from that mana gen, if you have that weapon or you fancy it. We have a Horn Cleaver, now we have a Wild Cleaver. Do love these ones, the explodey summony weapons I'll call them. Explodes magic +1 green gems, grant a random status effect to all Wild Plains allies, then summon a Wild Plains troop. So status effects, mana gen, and a summon. Very, very nice indeed. Love those weapons. Any more? No, that is it. Right, on to the troops. Cracking on with this one. Busy old day. Manic Monday I call this. 3 videos at the moment. Soulforge video, the World Event team, and the Epic Trials strategy and team order. Right, let's start from the bottom on this one. Oh, the Onyx Giant, very good indeed. Deals a decent amount of scatter damage, then converts a set in stone amount, 8 gems, of a chosen colour to uber Doom Skulls. The traits are okay, reduce damage from skulls by 50%, and create 2 uber Doom Skulls when I take skull damage. So they are traits which suggest this guy should be in first place. I don't always like him in first place though, because you like to have him protected in a way, because when you can do this spell, you can, as it says, you convert 8 gems of a chosen colour to uber Doom Skulls. So less is more in these instances, because you can choose any colour to convert to uber Doom Skulls. If there's, for example, 16 red on the board, you wouldn't want to pick that, because there's a high chance that it's going to pick the wrong 8 gems and not make a conversion. If you've got, say, 7 or 8 yellow gems, but they align with some skulls, then that is a guaranteed cast of uber Doom Skulls. And not only do they do more damage, but they do a big explosion area, collecting more mana at the same time. And this thing can sometimes just self-charge and be ready to absolutely do it again. Absolutely superb troop. Really love the Onyx Giant. Tourmaline. Underrated in my opinion. I really like this. I use this in Guild Wars. Fantastic mana draining capability. Doesn't sound that great, like deal, I think it's magic +4 by the look of it. Damage to all enemies, drain 4 mana from all enemies, boosted by gargoyle gems. But you do create a gargoyle gem when matching 4 or more gems. So you get a couple of 4 matches, and that mana drain just goes up. Like really, really cool. I do like it a lot. Sycorax, absolutely fantastic troop. Double a chosen colour gem on the board, then create 3 more gems of that colour, then give magic +1 life to all allies of that colour. So really effective on Guild Wars. Really, really like it. You can just charge up all your team with life, while at the same time creating loads of that colour and just creating a loop effect, getting as much life as you can, charging up the team. If you've got a team in your, an ally in your team, a little bit like Nostralis, for example, on Blue Day, she has an extra turn as part of her spell, and you can loop and just, yeah, wipe out the enemy. Sycorax, absolutely superb. Impervious at the same time, really good. Aquaticus. Magic-based light splash damage to 3 random enemies and explode half the blue gems on the board. So, yeah, it's only light splash damage, but it can still be effective. But one of her most beneficial things to this troop for me is submerge all allies when matching 4 or more gems. When you're fighting those annoying King Gobtruffle teams or Queen Beatrix teams, those damage to all troops which can loop and just end the game really quickly, she is super cool. Just get a 4 match anywhere, you've submerged all your allies and you cannot take damage from those damage to all troops. It's a really good counter to those King Gobtruffle, Queen Beatrix type teams. Really good. Worth getting just for that maybe if you have the other mythics. Alright, let's take a look at the legendaries quick. Don't usually say to craft the legendaries. The diamonds are better spent saving up for mythics. These can pop much easier in normal chests. Queen Ash deals heavy splash damage to the second last enemy, boosted by brown gems and allies. Pull them to the front, then create 3 elemental stars. Reduce damage from skulls by 50% and give 2 magic to all elemental allies when matching brown gems are the best of the traits. Can be really effective in the right team. Holy St. Astra. All human allies start with 50% mana. Reduce damage from spells by 25% are pretty good traits, especially the 50% mana starter one. And then a spell is really good as well. Give magic +1 life and armor to all allies, create a life storm and enchant all humans. Really powerful in the right team. Do like her a lot. And Wrath. Got a really good bunch of troops in the Soulforge this week. Transform blue gems to brown and yellow to skulls. Enrage all allies and burn all enemies. Very effective on Guild Wars Day again. A lot of people like this guy in attack. Really, really good. Explode 2 random gems when I deal skull damage and reflect 25% of skull damage is good. That is immune to burning and fairy fire. Very good troop indeed. Borealis. Freeze all enemies. Deal magic based damage to the weakest enemy. Reduce damage from skulls by 65%. Makes this thing tanky in first place. And deal triple skull damage versus frozen enemies. So good troop in first place. You can get this charged up, freeze everybody straight away as part of the spell, and then you're going to deal triple skull damage to those frozen enemies. Really good indeed. So, who gets my super coveted, not mythic of the week? Well, they're all really good, to be honest. All very good indeed. Love Aquaticus for that counter to the damage to all teams. Love Sycorax because the way it can give life and just loop with certain teams. Love Tourmaline for the mana drain and things like that. And love Onyx Giant because that can be super damaging too. But if I could only have one of these troops, say they were all gone, or they're all about to disappear from the game, and I could only pick one, I would pick Sycorax. Absolutely superb troop. Really, really effective on Guild Wars and other modes like that. Doubles a chosen colour gem on the board, creates 3 more gems of that colour, and gives life to all allies of that colour. So in a team where you've got all the same colour troops, everyone uses green, everyone uses blue, everyone uses brown, you can get going with that, give your team a huge amount of life, and potentially keep looping and charging people up and casting at the same time. Absolutely superb. Sycorax is my mythic troop of the week. There it is, there's the Soulforge video for today. I'm back later with my World Event team and my Epic Trials strategy. If you enjoyed the video, found it useful, helpful, anything like that, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button, it really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.